Two of our top performing vehicles just got unlisted by Turo for recalls. So I'm here at Mitsubishi trying to get them done today, and it's very, very convenient. So this is what I tell most people who's doing OPC, or if you want to get into OPC, that it's like you have to be very fast and very proactive. But right now it's super hot outside, bro. Like, I swear it's probably like 90 degrees today. If you guys want to be super proactive and be on top of these things, recalls are going to happen. You can't stop recalls from happening. And recall is basically whenever it's like the dealership's fault. They basically have a car, they sell you a car, and something comes up. In this case, we have a software recall. So what really happens here is they just have to take the car, update the computer, and just get the recall just off so that we can get the car listed again. Usually these things just take like a really long time, but because we've built so many relationships with these dealerships, it's becoming very, very easy to at least just go on my phone, message someone, and then I'm able to just like get them to do our cars faster than anybody else, right? So this is what I'm saying, we're always building relationships when it comes on to getting these cars done, partnering with people, and just making sure the operation can go as smooth as possible. Because here, I promise you, right now it's so hot, there's so many people, and the recall just came out from Mitsubishi. And this is one of the main reasons why whenever you're even doing Turo, all right, so this is like a side note for even doing Turo, right? So whenever you're doing Turo, you can't get a bunch of the same cars. And in this case, we have a bunch of the same cars. We have like 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander, and we have like a Mitsubishi Outlander 2016 as well, 2017 Mitsubishi Mirage. We have a lot of Mitsubishis, so it's very dangerous whenever like you get so many of the same cars. But luckily, I got these cars from vehicle partners doing OPC. So whenever we get these cars unlisted, just think about your entire fleet not making money. And if your entire fleet is not making money because they're all out on recalls, then vehicle partners are going to be upset. People are going to be upset. Your customers are going to be upset, because most times people book cars ahead of time and they don't care about recalls or care about any of these things. So when you call them up, tell them that, hey, the car is not available, that's probably the most upsetting thing you're going to hear or you're going to do or even say to a customer, right? So I'm in the business of preventing that. So I'm trying to prevent these things from happening. So this is why I'm super proactive when it comes on to these things. We got the call, or we got the notification for this recall, I think it's on Tuesday. And then it took us like 3 days to basically get this done. I call up my guys at Mitsubishi, same with the Tesla. And they just put us in front, right? Because when the recalls come out, everybody who owns Mitsubishis, they're all gonna try to come do it at the same time. And some people are gonna wait, some people are not. But the goal is to be ahead of those people. So this is the system that I had to design in order to get this done, right? So in order to stay on top of all the recalls that's even coming in the future, they're gonna hit us from all types or all different parts, right? So in order to avoid these sudden recalls before we can get our car unlisted, I basically have like a monthly protocol where I'm just checking or screening all the cars every month. Every month we are running the VINs to see if any recalls pop up. Because if we can spot the recall early before Turo unlists it, as soon as they unlist it or they tell us that, hey, there's a recall, we can just upload that we got the recall done, and then they just put us back online immediately, right? Rather than to just have the car unlisted, you're losing trips, you're losing money. So we really don't want to do this. Bro, I swear it's freaking, bro, it's like 97 degrees out here, dog. Like, oh my God. But I'm still gonna do this video. Because, so yeah, like here we have our cars right now. We have our car right now in the shop that we're basically just getting the recall done very, very fast. And I just got here. I just got here, by the way. So I know people who's been here all morning. This one lady, I just saw her, she's been here all morning. And it's just very surprising that I can come here and then I can just get like service before her. Anyways, it's very convenient. to just have all these contacts. And the reason why we have all these contacts is because we are doing so many cars, we're servicing so many cars. So they know that we're regular people, we come in regular. So that's why it's just easy to like go ahead of normal people, because they know that we need this car for like a larger purpose than just having it, right? But yeah, hopefully we can get this car done very fast. We can get it relisted. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it gets relisted, and I'll show you guys what it's like even unlisted. And in the course, in my actual course that I have, I actually show people how to do it very faster. I show people how to use the checklist. But for right now, I'm gonna input a free guide below this video so that you can basically just do the checklist yourself, right? And if you can do the checklist yourself, you'll always be on top of recalls. You'll never be just left with a car unlisted and not making money. But yeah, man, it's freaking hot. Oh, let's try to get this car. I'll show you what happens. So far, we have a bunch of cars listed, and I'm going to show you guys the 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander. So this is the 2023. So Turo unlisted it just because they wanted us to get the recall done. So we have to be super fast and prompt on this. As you can see, like the 2024, we got the 2024 relisted like basically the same day that the recall came out. But because this one was on a trip, we could not get it done. But today I'm getting it done, you know. So usually if I don't have a bunch of people to come with me to drive both cars to the dealership, it's very hard, or I have to do them all one at a time. But besides this, it's very easy to maneuver, very easy to just get it done, because most things are just done through the relationships that I built with these people in Mitsubishi, right? So right now I'm in the Mitsubishi dealership waiting area right now, and they said that the recall should take at least 30 to 40 minutes while I'm here. So usually I can get to stay here because outside is super hot, bro. But they have like great customer service every single time I come here. It's always easy to deal with them. And yeah, like just waiting in this waiting area, bro, I hate waiting. Usually I like to like leave and come back here, but because it's gonna be like 30 minutes, there's probably no point in leaving. So yeah, the main thing is whenever we have like groups of cars that all have like the same recalls come up all the time, the best thing to do is just to get them done one at a time, right? Because in order to have like 5 or 6 cars all brought to the dealership at the same time, super difficult, super hard to even get this done. And I don't know, like just doing OPC overall is just, I try to notify, especially the vehicle partners, I try to notify all the vehicle partners immediately whenever I see these things pop up, right? Because as soon as somebody isn't making money with their car, the first thing they're gonna ask is, why aren't you on top of this? Why isn't this done? Because the whole point of OPC is to like make people money with their cars, right? So if like the car has a recall and it can't make any money, it doesn't even make sense to even have the car, right? So yeah, and it's like recalls are very tricky, because what happens with recalls, you can't even rent privately because it's literally illegal to like rent a car that has a recall on it, right? Because say for instance you do this, you could get sued, you could basically get in trouble doing this, or you basically could just get some form of liability thing and just like happening to you. So it's kind of like completely messed up when it's time, like when recalls pop up. One of the worst thing is if a recall come up and it doesn't have a fix for it, like they don't have a remedy, they don't have a solution, then that car is just sitting, right? That car is sitting, it's not being rented, nothing is happening. So I'm always like sketchy when it comes on to these recalls, but this is why I'm like really against buying newer cars or like encouraging people to buy newer cars, because when you buy newer cars, say for instance you buy like a 2024, 2025 car, what happens is the recall, if they just discover the recall, you basically have to wait until they find the solution for the recall. Because if they don't find the solution for the recall, if it's like a brand new car, then your car is just going to be sitting until they find a solution, right? So if you say, for instance, I had like a 2020, 2021 car, it took them, we're now in 2025, right? So it would take them at least 4 years, 5 years to come up with like a solution for the fix. So it's like always, everybody wants like a newer car, and a lot of people want newer cars and stuff, and it's always good to have newer cars in the fleet. But I can tell you guys right now, if the recall comes up and it doesn't have a fix, then you're gonna regret having like a newer car because it's just gonna sit there, right? So many people don't even know that it's literally illegal to rent like a car with a recall off the platform. This is why Turo doesn't do it, because you just can't do it. Like, it's just such a huge liability that they just don't encourage you to do it, right? But yeah, I'll let you know when I get this recall done. But so far, it's a very smooth process. All I'm doing right now is just waiting. This is like advice for at least Turo hosts or people doing the same business model, like OPC, right? So whenever these things happen, don't wait until Turo unlist your car before you go do a recall. You're able to spot it before, because usually when recalls come up, Turo basically just, they wait a couple days, or they get the information like slower than the NHTSA website. So if I were you, I would go onto the NHTSA website and I would have like a monthly checklist that always run the VINs. So you're always running all your VINs for all your cars on a monthly. So like us, it's very hard for us because we have like 43 cars. So it's hard for us to run the VINs. I just have to remind my assistant to always run the VINs every single month, so that we're ahead of all the recalls, right? So if you basically create that checklist, and below this video I'll put like a checklist so you guys can actually have this to see exactly what I'm talking about. Because if you have like a system to do this, if you have like a process or a system to do this, then you won't be in the same situation as like a lot of people, right? It would be very easy for you to just do this, right? So in this situation right now, I would say trust is basically your currency, especially when you're doing OPC. Trust is your currency in terms of don't let the vehicle owner lose money. Like, if you're able to be proactive with the recall, be proactive with the recall. If you're able to solve it fast, solve it fast. It's just that where I live, the constraint is very difficult because I have like a ferry, a boat, all this stuff to get to my market, right? But definitely be proactive when it comes on to having these recalls, so that you can be ahead of the game and have like that monthly checklist so you guys could be on top of that. And then you just want to be faster than the owner expect, right? Like the owner of the actual vehicle, whoever you're doing the partnership splits with, like make sure that you're faster than them, like you see problems faster than them. If you're running OPC, just basically hit me up, subscribe to our video, because I break down things like this all the time. When it comes on to doing OPC, when it comes on to partnering with vehicle partners, how to structure these deals to basically get more cars in your fleet without owning them, I break it all down in detail on like most of my videos. I try to give at least a lot of information towards these things, because it's very surprising, like most people still don't know that this business model exists, right? So it's a business model where you could start it, no money in, and you basically can just get it going from the beginning. But as I said, I break down these concepts basically like almost every single week when I drop a video. All right, so this is the perfect example of what I'm talking about, bro. So my boy here,
how we doing?
got a recall done. So this is Fabio. So
how's it going, guys?
All right, so Fabio is one of my connections. I just made this connection at Mitsubishi right now, and he's one of the guys that lets us move the needle pretty fast. because he gets us back on the road, and it's very, very cool because usually it would be very hard to be in these lines. Say for instance, I come here and like if I never tell you about the business, you would be like, oh yeah, I'm just another customer, right?
Well, I like to get you in and out of here. I had the whole place filled up.
Yep.
And I like to put you ahead because I know your time is valuable.
Right.
I know that you need to get in and out, so you're priority for me.
I love this. And my guy just delivered the recall. So this is the recall. It was open at first, now he closed it. So now we can get it back on the road, we can get it listed. And yeah man, I'll see you guys in another video. I'll show you guys exactly how I do these things, and because I break it all down in the course. So yeah, I'll show you how to connect with people like Fabio here and build relationships with these dealerships so you never have to be stuck whenever recalls pop up, right? So here I think they finished with the recall. I think they finished it. And yeah man, it's always cool coming to these dealerships, seeing everything that takes place, and just see how hard these guys work, bro. They don't play around. So we just got it back. This is it. Super, super clean. Very, very easy to maneuver. The recall was very smooth, very easy. These people took like 30 minutes the most to get this car done. And this is the power of relationships, bro. Like, you have to always build relationships, because if I never build this relationship with these people would have had me in here for like hours, guaranteed. I saw them just tell somebody that came with the same problem that they have to come back in a couple hours, right? So I just know for a fact that if I wasn't like on top of this, it would have been very, very long, very, very hard to get done. But anyways, just want to show you guys the car. Very, very cool. I'm super glad that I was just in and out, easy process, nothing crazy. But yeah, as again, subscribe to the channel, bro.